Blessings. Yo, thank y'all for the likes, the loves, and the shares. Welcome to Life's Place. This random thought is the hamster wheel activities of Eve and the concubines, or you know, Adam still lost in the forest looking for his heart, but the heart is within the circle of the homies, or at the table with Eve and the concubines. You know, while he's still in the forest searching for his heart. He's really reflecting on himself and gaining pieces of himself as he learns himself through the forest of everything that one has to really find within himself. Right? Because Lilith is always going to be about her shit. She's going to forever keep feeding herself and building more and more tables. You know, she's always going to be fruitful. She's always harvesting. Whereas Adam really does want to go where he feels full. His heart is filled with the love of everything around her. Therefore, he feels the love to fill himself with the love that is adding to him. Whereas even the concubines at the table, still in pieces, trying to figure out a way for her to feel full and to fill that void in the heart space by trying to get through to Adam and leave a piece of herself within him so that she can take from Lilith through him so that everybody can eat at the table. Because even pieces can't put herself back together by herself without the need of others making her feel whole. This is the ones that needs the others to hold up an image to make them feel like they are someone without themselves holding themselves together, holding themselves up. They need to hold the image up because they have yet to face the mask behind themselves to know why they're still in pieces and that they're okay with it, where they will drag others with them. It's the same notion of marrying for money before love, marrying for money then wanting, but those wanting love make them. That's the reason why they want Lilith, because she is love, she is money, therefore she is it from within. So in order for Eve to feel like she's whole, she has to go Adam in order to, it makes sense to go at Lilith to try to get her to be unstable, instability at the table where Eve and the concubines are sitting because they're looking for the next big pocket in order to keep eating. Meanwhile, they're breaking glass and painting it green to make it look like the green grass growing around it. Lilith has a forest growing in the jungle and shit. And Adam is still searching the forest of everything. It's like the world is like known to keep wealth within the family. And those that marry into the family gain that wealth too. But when you have that wealth yourself, you get to choose. And that's the reason why a good amount of people really do try to pull you apart because the wealth is within you. So if they have a piece of you, that's a piece of your wealth too, especially when it comes to the heart space. That's the billionaire status. That's the space where you don't turn everything around you, which is just as frozen too. Whereas the heart being open and growing, everything grows around you. So for people to keep taking pieces of you, it's in hopes that you never fulfill what's in front of you. That's your destiny. That's knowing all of you. Whereas Eve will find every which way misdirect Adam into losing more and more of himself by way of leading him to having more and more concubines, more and more seeds, where it's pieces of him but not the entirety of him. Wow. Whereas it'll be more, man, it's like breeding the same thing, but not teaching, but grooming to condition for not the same thing, but in a way. Gracious, it's like a lesson over a lesson. It's like repeating karma all over again with the generational curse by giving birth to another generational curse that which leaves the child to choose what life they actually want, to live a life in pieces or to find themselves, to be themselves, to focus on themselves, to become themselves. So it's the growing process to either grow up in the pieces where everybody is a piece on the board, but you never feel whole, or you choose the route of seeking self and knowing thyself by unlearning to relearn, to deprogram, to program yourself again. It's just to recreate your own life by way of the religion and traditions that we've all been conditioned in. Because some are grown to have bigger pockets or find bigger pockets, or there's contractual business and no love in it where love will grow or love will find you type of shit. Or it's just the love part where you work. But it's the whole sense of Eve really finding herself in the pieces that she chooses to stay in. But in order to get at Lilith, she would have to use Adam, any one of the people's influence, to make it seem. She will use her body, she will use her female bonds, she will use her mouth, everything in order to get the males to believe her and thinking that, wow, Lilith is to do Medusa's sisters did her. Make Lilith look like she is available, she is the concubine, she is in pieces. In order for the males to enact their lustful deeds. So Eve finds lost ones. Eve finds the males that are still in their lustful energy, and the females that are still in their energy, and powers them up with money in order to have it in their mind that Lilith is the whore. Wow, given book or her body to get her way outside of just money. Wow. So it's like a whore really trying to make somebody else a whore by paying someone to break them. What the hell type of mental? That's, that's like the one really spending all day money to make you look broke. It's the one that marries for money, but mad at the independent that's making their own money. It's the one that settled in marrying for money, but seeking love, but mad at those that are individuals that love themselves and love what they do that makes them money. It's the same as the one that's addicted to drugs and the alcoholic wants you to be the alcoholic and on drugs too if you're not a drinker or a drug user. It's the weirdest of things. It has to already be where you can't fight it and overcome it in order to fall into it, or you've already been through it and the past came knocking and the knock was so loud that you open the door and reintroduce yourself back into that life, you know? But there's another way where they can actually come around and drill you and, ply you with something in your drink to make it seem like you are addicted. You're just high. or you're a drunk. You know, really knowing who is around you that is whole within themselves or holding themselves together, whereas they're not trying to take pieces away from you or adding their pieces of whatever to you for you to carry their burden. But to really know that they're fine tuning themselves by, you know, their, their own energy, of their own healing, whereas it's not the energy of robbing and thieving you of your healing and growth. Anyway, so it is just the greatest of energies, but it's the energy overall that really does need to be looked into because it's a part of the generational curses, you know? It's marry for money, put life insurance on them, stress them the hell out, entice them with all the, extras on the outside just to prove, that something's going on, just so that they can off them and walk off with the life insurance and then build off another family that way. It's the weirdest of things because self-sufficiency really isn't key for most of anybody because a good amount at the table with Eve and the rest of the concubines are really looking for more handouts just so that they can live. But they want to take away the self-sufficiency and independency of women that's already built herself. It's like it's the weirdest. But nonetheless, self-sufficiency is cool. And just be careful of the pieces that look for handouts, but understand still. Nothing else I got you. Have a good one. Bye.